Yeah, hi everyone. So welcome back to my channel Q Warrior, and here we only discuss the interview questions that are asked in testing interviews. And if you are new to this channel, so it's very important to subscribe and also press the bell icon to get notification about this channel. And today we are going to see another important topic, and it's very important to watch this video till then. So let's begin. So today's topic is test plan in HPLM. HPLM, it is also known as Quality Center or QC. Okay, so after defining requirements, development team kickstarts their design and development process, while testing team starts designing test cases that can be executed once the code is deployed. Okay, and success of any product depends on the testing process and the quality of testing that is being carried out. Okay, a good test plan results in a bug-free product. ALM supports maintenance and execution of manual, automation, performance test as ALM is seamlessly integrated with all HP products such as HP UFT and HP LoadRunner. Okay, so this HP UFT and LoadRunner, UFT is mainly used for automation testing and LoadRunner is used for performance testing. Okay, now in this video, we are concerned about the third phase that is highlighted in orange, that is the test planning phase. Okay. Now here you can see how we create the test plan. So for creating the test plan, similar to requirement, we have to create a folder for each of the test types such as functional and non-functional. So for that, what you have to do, you have to click on the test plan link and then click on the new folder icon and then enter the folder name as functional or anything and click on OK. So now let's see and understand with the help of the diagram. So you can see here, first you have to navigate to the test plan. Once you are on the test plan and you click on the new folder, a pop-up will be visible where you can enter the name of the folder and hit the OK button. Okay. Now, once you press the OK button, the folder will be created and it would display as shown below. It will show as something like this. Okay. Now, it would be better to create a new folder for each one of the module of the application so that we don't dump all manual test cases in one folder. So for example, if you have written all the test cases for login functionality, customer, account, bank operation modules. So for all the different modules, you have written the test case under the manual folder. So now, while doing regression or doing any testing where you want to reuse your test cases, then it will be very difficult to find your particular test case from thousands or 800 of test cases. So it's better you write the test case module wise. For example, all the test case that is related to the login should fall under the login folder. All test cases related to customer module should come under the customer folder. All test cases related to account should come under account. All test cases related to bank operation should fall under the bank operation. For complex application, there would be thousands of test cases which would be difficult to handle if they are not aligned properly, if they are not into proper folder. So it will be very difficult for you and for your team member to find those test cases during the time of need. Also, once you have created this folder and you want to create a test case, so what you have to do, first select that folder and click on this funnel button. Okay, this is called as new test icon. Okay, now once you will click on this, you have to fill the following details like the name of the test case, the type of the test, whether it's a manual test, automated test. Also, there are some non-mandatory fields like date, description as shown below, and you have to click on the submit button. Okay. Once you will click on the new test case, your screen will look something like this. So here you have to enter the name of the test case. After that, this type equal to manual, it will be automatically populated. These fields, they are automatically populated. No need to worry about this. You just have to click on the OK button. Once you have clicked on the OK button, your test case is created and it will look something like this. Inside the login, one test case will be created which doesn't have any steps. Okay, and you will be able to see different tabs like details, design steps, parameters, attachments, test configuration, requirement coverage, link defects. Okay, we will discuss all these things in details. Okay, now once you click on the design steps here, the second tab. So once you click on the detail steps, now you have to click on the new step icon in the following diagram. Then you have to enter the step name, step description, and the expected result and click OK. Okay. Now let me show you. So here you can see step name. It is step 1. So no need to change this one. You have to fill the description that if you are first, let me give you example, like if you are talking about a login scenario. So here you can write like launch iBrowser and enter the URL. And so once you have hit the URL, user should be able to see the home page. Okay. So expected results should come here. And then once you will click on OK, your first step is added to the test case. Okay. Now you can see you have to click here this new step icon again and again to add all the steps. Okay. So once all the steps are added, it will look something like this. Okay. Now, if you want to add some attachments, so you just have to click on the attachment tab and hit this attach button. A new pop-up will open where you can select your file and you can attach the attachment. You can attach file like XLS and JPG. So for example, if you want to um, for some other team members, if you want to store some username, password, or some URL you want to attach to the test case, you can attach using this functionality. Okay. The requirement coverage tab helps the tester to map the test case against a particular requirement. So now let's talk about this. The question comes, why you are writing this test case? You are writing this test case because there is a requirement, there is a need to test a particular functionality. So if you have written a particular test case, it needs to be mapped to the particular requirement. So now let's see how you will do the requirement coverage. So for that, you have to click on the requirement coverage tab. You have to select the requirement that should be mapped and click on the arrow button to map the selected requirement. Let's see. So what you have to do, once you have written the test case, you just have to click on requirement coverage. Once you have clicked on requirement coverage, you have to select the requirement from the folder, particular folder. For example, here you can see inside the functional folder, there are so many requirements, and I will select the particular requirement for which I have written this test case. I will select that requirement and here I will click on the arrow button. So my this test case is mapped to this requirement. Okay. This is so simple. Now, there's also a tab called history tab, which consists all the audit history. Like for example, if you have written this test case and if you made some changes to this test case, if you executed this test case, what was the status before, you changed some status. So all kind of history is recorded here inside the history tab. Okay. So that's all in this video, and we will see most interesting and important topics in the upcoming videos. Please subscribe to my channel, like the videos, and also comment down on the video if you have any queries. Thank you for watching.